Welcome back. So right now I'm going to talk about inversions and why they are important. So from the beginning of this course, we've been dealing with the root positions of our triads, which are actually quite stressful when you want to play some progressions. Because imagine I want to play C to A, I have to go a long distance. Also on my left, this is C and this is A. That's quite some distance. So inversion is what enables me to be able to play two different chords that are far away from each other around themselves. So that means I can get a position that will give me A around whatever chord I'm playing. So instead of playing C to A, I can actually play C to A. This is still the same as this, but it's inverted. So that brings us to the concept of inversion. So what is an inversion? An inversion is the rearrangement of a chord such that the lowest notes is taken either above an octave or the highest notes is taken below an octave. So what do I mean by that? Let's take the C triad for an example. If I'm going to invert this triad, first of all, this triad is in the root position at the moment. The very basic root, third and fifth. That's the root position. So to invert this triad, what I need to do is to take the lowest notes up an octave. And right now the lowest note is the note of C. So that means instead of playing the C here, I played here. And that gives us an inversion of C. So this inversion is called the first inversion because it's the first thing we're inverting after the roots. So this is the root. Then I took these lowest notes up an octave and that gave us the first inversion. If I repeat that same process, then I would have another inversion. And to do that, I would take this lowest note, which is E, and our third, up an octave here. And if I do this, I would have inverted that chord again. So this is actually the second inversion of the C triad. And if I invert one more time, that will mean I'll take this G, which is lowest note at the moment, up an octave. And when I do that, I get back to the root position of C. So that brings me to a little tip that the number of notes in a chord, in this case, a triad. So the number of notes in a chord is equal to the number of ways you can play that chord. So if you have 3 notes in a chord, then you can play that chord 3 ways. So here we have the roots. We can also play it in the first inversion and lastly in the second inversion. Any other inversion is a repetition. So we're back to the root. So that's what inversions are. Now, to get a good grasp of inversions, one thing you have to get in your hands is the shape of each inversion. And by shape, I mean how it feels on your hands. So the same way you're getting familiar with the way a root position feels, you should also be able to get familiar with the way a first inversion feels or the way a second inversion feels. So right now, I'm going to be showing you the shapes of the inversions. So the shape of the root position is 1, 3, 5, and it's even. So you have the 1, 3, and 5 evenly spaced. So that's it, the root position. But the shape of the first inversion is not even. So the first 2 notes are close together, while the fifth is a little bit far. So that means we have first two are close while the last note is farther. So actually the numbering is 1, 3, 6. That's the numbering of a first inversion. But the shape is, so to play a first inversion, you don't use your 1, 3, 5 fingers. You use your 1, 2, 5 to play this shape of the first inversion anywhere. This is just more convenient to play. Now, the shape of a second inversion is opposite of that of a first inversion. So the first and third notes are farther apart, while the fourth, the third and fifth notes are closer. So what do I mean by that? I mean you have 1, 4, 6 for a second inversion shape. So the way you play this is still with the fingering 1, 3, 5, but then it's different from a root position. So this is a root position, but to play a second inversion, it's this. So you're playing the first notes, the fourth, and the sixth. So on the left hand, the fingering for the inversions are 1, 3, 5 for the roots shape, and 1, 3, 5 for the first inversion shape, while you have 1, 4, 5 for the second inversion shape. I'll take that again. 1, 3, 5 for the root inversion, 1, 3, 5 for the root position shape, 1, 3, 5 for the first inversion shape, while you have 1, 4, 5 for the second inversion shape. For the right hand, you have 1, 3, 5 for the root position shape, 1, 2, 5 for the first inversion shape, and 1, 3, 5 for the second inversion shape. Alright, so next I'll be playing the shapes of these inversions on every key of the diatonic scale. So this is the root position shape, this is the first inversion shape, and this is the second inversion shape. So I go to the next key, which is the root position shape, second inversion shape, first inversion shape, second inversion shape. Next is E, the key of E, root position, first inversion shape, second inversion shape, key of F, root position, second inversion, root position, first inversion, second inversion, root position, first inversion, second inversion, root position, first inversion, second inversion. So for now, we're going to leave B out because B has a special way to be handled, and it goes on and on that way.